It's time to react to my 23-24 Premier League predictions. Obviously, I made these about 8 months ago when the season started back in September. But we will be reacting to them now and see, did we do good? Probably not. My League 2, League 1 Championship predictions, they were decent. They could have been better. But we have got better as we went along. League 2 was awful. League 1 was better. Championship was decent. Can we do good? I hope so. I really hope so. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And let's get straight into it, shall we? So, I put Bournemouth to come last, right? We're not starting too strong. We put Bournemouth to come last, right? Bournemouth. This was my thought process. This was what was going through my head. Bournemouth at this time had just sacked Gary O'Neill, a man who had kept them up in the Premier League, and I didn't understand. I really didn't understand why they did it, because he kept them up. He did a really good job, but they wanted to play some fancy football, which, in fairness, they have done. They have done very well. But I didn't see it at the time. I didn't see it. Iraola obviously managed Rayo Vallecano, which obviously I'm not a Rayo Vallecano supporter. I do not watch Rayo Vallecano matches. I didn't know. I thought they were going to do terrible. He'd be sacked by Christmas, and they'd be bought for the Premier League. Second season syndrome and all that, you know. I was wrong. They came, like 13th? They're a very good season. I take the L on this one. 19th Sheffield United. I said they'd go 19th. They came 20th. Obviously, it isn't bad. I was too optimistic for them to not come dead last. 16 points. 16 points in the Premier League. That is awful. They broke a record for the amount of goals conceded in the season. Over 100 goals conceded in a 38-game season. Ridiculous. It's terrible. It is really terrible. They started the season, right? They started good. They didn't start, like, horrendously. Obviously, at the back end of the season, they'd be conceding 5-8 goals a match. But, you know, at the start, they didn't do bad. They didn't do too bad. They were only losing by 1 goal in it, and then the Newcastle game. 8-0. 8 different goal scorers, 8-0. They capitulated, and it carried on. They had no chance after that. Finished on 16 points. The lowest ever was obviously Derby County with 11. This team's worse. This team is possibly worse. It is a terrible side. It's a terrible side. I could go on and talk about how bad Sheffield United have been this season. They conceded 6 to West Ham, 5 to Arsenal, 5 to City, I think, probably. 5 to Burnley. They've not been good. We got one right. We got one right here, boys. Pickford. What have I just said? Pickford. No. Okay, I'm watching YouTube right now in the background, and I'm Pickford. Oh my god, that's actually mad. Pickford. Nah, Luton. Luton Town. Luton Town came 18th in real life. I can't stop laughing at that now. They came 18th in real life. I predicted 18th. No, I had hope for. I need to stop this. We're back. All right. I need to put this on the screen. All right. Luton Town, they finished 18th. I predicted 18th. I think I was one of the only people that actually had any hope. I can't do it. I think I was one of the only people that actually had hope for Luton Town. Most people said last 19th, you know, whatever. But when there's a club, right, not built around money, built around passion, built around good ownership, that's a club that does at least decently well. You can't have a failing football club when there's passion. That's definitely not true, but that's what I believe is true. I mean, they could have done worse. They did really well to survive. Obviously, they shouldn't have been in the relegation battle. They should have been down, realistically, with the FFP from Forest and Everton. Obviously, that did help them out a lot, and they still couldn't stay up. I respect them. They did well. They did well to hold on for so long. But at the end of the day, it was way too much for them. I mean, I hope they do well. I do like Luton. I really do like Luton. Not the place, because it is an absolute not a nice place. It's not a nice place. But Luton, as a club, I do respect them. I do like them. Spot on prediction. All right, 17th, I said Wolves. Wolves 17th. Now, at the start, obviously, we thought, you know, they did let go of a lot of players. Nathan Collins left, or was that the other way around? I can't remember, actually. Yeah, he did leave. He did leave. Who else? Jimenez left. I know he hadn't been great of recent, but in the past he has been a good, very good goal scorer. Ruben Neves obviously left for Al Hilal. Might have been Al. I'll just say Al Hilal. I think it was Al Hilal. But no, they proved me wrong. They proved me wrong. Cunha's been great. Kilman's been great, especially. I think Kilman's been great, really good. Whenever I've seen Kilman play, he has been really good. He's been one of Wolves' standout players this season. And yes, they've not had many. They did. I mean, they started off really good. They were in like the top half of the table for a lot of the season, to be fair, but they did drop off at the end. It's just a mediocre season, isn't it, for Wolves? You can't really expect much less. Can't really expect much more. Fair play, Wolves. Another one, spot on. Brentford 16th, and I think I was right. I was really right with this one. I said Ivan Toney, obviously missing out for most of the season. It really took a toll on them. It really did, because they struggled. First half of the season, they really struggled. Obviously, Ivan Toney came back. He wasn't really much better. He did pretty good in the first 2 games, but overworked after not playing for ages. You know what I mean? But I mean, Whistle was good. I think Whistle was one of the best players, even though they struggled with goals. But obviously, they lost Raya. Flecken, though. This is actually something I need to say. Flecken is a top 10 keeper in the league. I know. But when I've seen Flecken play, some of the saves this man pulls off are absolutely insane. Without this guy, Brentford are relegated. I'm telling you now, Brentford they'd be below Luton. They'd be relegated. Flecken saves them so many points. I mean, it's a spot-on prediction. I'm quite happy with this one. Let's move on to the next. We've done it again. We've generally done it again. Everton. Another spot-on prediction. 15th. I said 15th for Everton. Obviously, the financial fair play points deduction did take a big part in this, obviously. But no, I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with this. Without FFP, Everton would finish about 10th. I'm obviously an Everton fan, if you didn't know already, by the way. So it has been a good season for Everton. Dyche has definitely turned it around. We're a club built a lot on momentum, right? We had a spell where we won like 4 games in a row when we lost like 8 or something, and then now we've 6 games unbeaten. So actually no, we lost to Arsenal, but it's Arsenal. But no, I'm quite happy with this. It's a good prediction. I think in my Premier League predictions, a lot is going to be moved around for next season, and that will include Everton, because I'm hoping we have a good season next year. I'm really hoping, man. This is where every single person who did a prediction this season gets found out. Burnley. Everybody said Burnley would stay up and do it comfortably. The naivety is crazy. The fact that everyone thought that they could do, and including me, that we could do their fancy little football in the Prem, Burnley doing good football in the Prem, it's not happening. It's not happening. They ended up getting relegated, obviously. 19th. They found out how to play in April, but it's too late. It's too late. Obviously they were really poor throughout the season. They were really, really poor, dropping points to teams that really shouldn't be. Obviously, there's no chance against the bigger teams trying to play good football. It's Burnley. It is Burnley. Burnley of Lancashire. Burnley. Alright, I thought I did really bad when I looked at the predictions. Fulham 13th. They came 13th. How? How am I doing this? I don't really know. I'm quite impressed. I can't lie. But Fulham, obviously 13th. They had a really good season last season. They came like 12th. I think it was around the same. Obviously this season. But more the same. I don't really know what to say about this. Leno's been a great keeper. That's true. Adarabioyo's quite good, isn't he? Muniz is a great striker. He's basically done most of the work. I don't really know what to say about Fulham, because it's Fulham. Every man, dog, Gran Great Gran, everyone said Palace will come 12th this season because they always do. They broke the curse. Palace broke the curse, and it's all thanks to Oliver Glasner. Oliver Glasner came in a few months ago when Roy Hodgson, bless his soul, was obviously a bit ill or whatever. I don't really remember, but I don't want to be rude to Roy, but Glasner's doing a lot better of a job. Glasner has been class, getting wins over Liverpool, over Newcastle, over Aston Villa. It's incredible what he's done. He's been very, very good. Mateta, oh my god. Elise, oh my god. Eze, oh my god. Wharton is better. Wharton, bro, came from Blackburn Rovers this season, who are about to get relegated, and come to the Premier League and absolutely he's been incredible. He's been incredible. One of Palace's best players this season. I said Palace 12th. They came 10th, obviously. It's not a bad prediction. At the end of the day, it's not a bad prediction. Still quite happy with it. I think next season, if Oliver Glasner stays, which I think he will do, I think Palace are going to be so good. So good with a full season. Like, that was only half a year. If that. Not even that. 3 months. Palace will cook. Hear me out on this one, right? Forest, right? I know. I really do know. Forest, they bought, obviously, last season was transition. They bought, 20 players? I thought that this year would be the gel. Where they would gel, have a good season. I've got a cold, by the way. I don't know if you can hear, but I've got a cold, so. Or it's hay fever, I'm not really sure. But I thought this was be the year where they gel, they do good, and they come 11th in the Premier League. How wrong could I be? They were nearly relegated. They came 17th. This was, I think, the first bad prediction. I mean, Wolves was quite bad, actually. Swap Wolves and Forest around. I've had an absolute beautiful prediction, by the way. But no. Forest had to disappoint. But one person I think is actually not disappointed at Forest, Chris Wood. One of the best conversion rates in Europe at one point. I know we missed some sitters against City. But despite that, he's had a great year. I love Chris Wood. Probably one of my favourite players. Don't know why. I just love poachers. Chris Wood. Forest. 11th. Not a great prediction. This one's bad. This one is really, really bad. Spurs. I said Spurs will finish 10th. Now, obviously, last year they weren't great. Didn't get any Europe or anything like that. Not out the Champions League group. Not the group, they're on a 16 by 8. But, like, I thought this year would be worse. And Postecoglou, I thought he'd be found out. And to be fair, he has been found out on occasion. He has been on occasion. He's not been amazing, but it's his first year. It's fair enough. But they came 5th. It's really not a bad year. They bowled Champions League, which they should have got, but Villa were exceptional. Villa were exceptional. They really did bottle it, but this is still a bad prediction. 10th was way too low. Sorry, Spurs. I've got another one spot on. Another one spot on. West Ham United. 9th. Right, they won the Conference League last year, and I thought that would be a massive boost, and it was. They signed squad depth. They did. I'm trying to think, did they buy Kudus this year or last year? It was definitely last year, wasn't it? They bought squad depth. I don't care. They bought Edson Alvarez. They bought, what's his name? Mavropanos. Is that his name? Yeah, Mavropanos. They bought players. Bowen's done an incredible job at top this year, obviously, because Mikel Antonio and Danny Ings just don't cut it anymore. In the Premier League, it's just sad because I do love Danny Ings. I do love Mikel Antonio. But, unfortunate. But West Ham coming 9th. I predicted it correctly. Thought they'd have a better year in the Prem. In the Europa League, how did they do? Did they get knocked out of the group? I think they did. I can't really remember. But they didn't do great. But they did alright in the Prem. Obviously, David Moyes is suspected to leave. I think he will. I don't see why. I think West Ham's done a great job of Moyes. They just don't like Moyes ball. I personally would keep him. I think he does the job as a manager. I mean, maybe they want something more. But if you want a manager that does the job, Moyes is definitely that guy. Ninth, spot on prediction. I'm actually crazy. All right, in 8th place, I said Brighton. Now, Brighton came 10th, right? It's actually quite close because they were in 8th, I think, on the last day of the season, and obviously Man United beat him. Oh, no, Chelsea beat him. No. Yeah, Man United beat him. Sorry. And I think they just really struggled. They didn't have any star players. I think what they like to do, obviously, they buy players for a very low amount, like young players for a low amount. They sell them off for massive money. Obviously, Saicedo did that with loads of other players. I don't know why I can't think of any right now. But there's loads. There's loads. Absolutely loads. Why can't I think of any? Alexis McAllister, for example, to Liverpool. Obviously, Saicedo, them sorts of players. But they didn't. They didn't really have any stand-up players this year. João Pedro, I guess you could say, but I don't know. They didn't really reinvest the money. I think they should have done because they got a massive amount. They got to reinvest. Got to reinvest to stay in Europe. They need more squad depth. James Milner, they did buy in, and he was decent. But Mohamed Dahoud, they brought in. He's been awful. He's been awful for Brian. He barely played. But 2 points off. Not a bad prediction at the end of the day. Quite happy with it. I said Villa 7th again. Obviously, they came 7th last year. 7th this year would have been a bit boring, but I mean, not too far off, I guess. Villa 7th could have been worse. They did obviously very good. Well, I thought we were about to lose everyone. I just kicked my desk. They came 4th in the Premier League. Incredible. Ollie Watkins is insane. Leon Bailey is insane. John McGinn is insane. Emi Martinez is crazy. Fair play to Villa, man. Fair play to Villa. Unai Emery's a genius. I said this last year. Said this the year before. Said this. I live Unai Emery. Fair play, Villa. Again, not a bad prediction. I said Chelsea would come 6th. They came 5th. Very close. Very, very close. I said Chelsea would start to gel again. They are kind of still £1 billion bottle jobs. But fair enough. And you know what made me very sad? Thiago Silva's farewell. And he actually got very emotional on it. And that makes me sad. That makes me very sad. Because I like Thiago Silva as a player and as a person. He's a sound bloke. He looks like it anyway. I've not really met him, obviously. But, it's a sad thing to see. It's a really sad thing to see. He's a legend. He's a legend. 40 years old, basically. Crazy. But no, Chelsea's had a good year. She's had a good year. People say they've had an absolute shocking year, and that was last year. This year they've been decent. They were like 12th at one point, but they brought it back. They really did bring it back. They did very good against a certain amount of clubs. They had a very good run. Fair play to Chelsea, man. They really turned it around. They really did. Another solid prediction. I said Man United to become 5th. Where did they come? 6th? 7th? 7th, I think. It's not bad. Yawn. It's not bad. It really isn't bad to come 6th. Well, not to come 6th for Man United, really, but it's not a bad prediction. It's only about 2 places off. Man United this season, they spent loads, and they were in the top 4. They're going backwards. They're going backwards, man. Like, they got Ten Hag. And I don't understand. Ten Hag signings have not worked. Martinez is injury prone. Malacia injury prone. Anthony injury prone. And he's shite. He is so bad. Anthony is just not good. He's not good. Oyland's been alright. Oyland's been decent. Onana has had his issues. His Champions League campaign was awful. United really need to step things up next season, or Ten Hag will be gone. He might be gone this season. You never know. In 4th place, I said Liverpool. They came 3rd. I mean, again, it's a very good prediction. Only 1 place off. Liverpool have obviously lost Klopp. They've lost Jurgen Klopp. It's sad. As an Everton fan, I'm happy. I'm very happy because obviously Jurgen Klopp is way too good. People saying they get quadruple this year. It didn't happen. It really wasn't going to happen. There's no chance. I think Klopp, he made a mistake, man. He shouldn't have announced it too early. He really shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. Because it gave him a certain mindset as if I need to do good. It's like, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it? It's a lot of pressure. But Jurgen Klopp, I don't know if he's retiring, I don't know if he's joining another club. I really hope he doesn't retire. Join like Barcelona, join Roma. He won't go in the Prem again. He won't join the Prem again. But fair play Klopp, fair play Liverpool. They came third, not bad prediction. Let's move on. So, third place, I said Arsenal. This was dumb, wasn't it? Now, Arsenal were really good. Arsenal have been really good this season. I think they've been the best team. I think City, they've been, I don't know. Arsenal have been incredible this season. Obviously, I didn't think they'd be able to go for a second title race in a row. They did. They lost, but they were there till the final day. They did really well, but that's how the cookie crumbles. We were only one place off. We did pretty. We did pretty good. I did do pretty good. The next prediction, not as much. I don't know why I said Newcastle second. My ambitions for that club is absolutely insane. It's only their second season with money. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. They didn't have enough squad depth, really. They really didn't. If anything, they needed to spend more. They needed to spend more. They needed to do with Chelsea. They needed depth. They're in Champions League. The group was insane. The group was insane. And to be fair, they were unlucky. They had a bad decision. Called against the PSG match, which could have put them through. In the Premier League, obviously, with the Champions League games, they really struggled the first half of the season. They got better. They did get better. It wasn't enough. I don't think they've got Europe next season. They won't do. No, they won't. I think it depends if who wins the FA Cup. I'm really not sure. But hey, Newcastle, I think they will do better next season because they won't have a European distraction, but they really need to build up the squad depth. Don't know what they're going to do, but yeah. Yes, we got City spot on, but didn't everyone? I mean, I'm not going to celebrate. It's the 4P. It's 4 in a row. It's getting boring. It is really getting boring. I really hope this prediction was wrong. But at the end of the day, it's Man City. You can't beat them. And if you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, I don't know why I said that, because you can't really join them, can you? Yeah. We got first. They came first. Phil Foden. Phil Foden is absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Phil Foden is incredible. He's incredible. He scored the same goal like 8 times a season, where he gets on the edge of the box, like De Bruyne, little touch with his left foot. He drags out to the left a little bit, smack into the top left corner. This guy's crazy. City finished first, not surprisingly, and I get another one right. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.